Hello everyone. Good evening. You might be surprised if you do happen to catch this live that I'm live because it is Friday evening. It is 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and it is October 20th, 2023. And I wanted to go live. I have a very special card to create with you. I know a lot of times I do sweet and simple cards, but every so often you need a special card for a very special occasion. And so tonight I'm going to be creating a wedding card that actually matches the wedding invitation. So we're going to get started in just a minute. I'm going to let some people hop on and find me. Hi, Christy. Hi, Wendy. Hello, Heather. I was just going to film this video, but then I thought, I'm kind of getting a little tired, so I want a little interaction anyway. So let me, trying to think what I need. I need some glue and get some things set up, and we are going to get started. Hello, everyone. All right, I'm going to, I just got to go get something. Thanks for joining, sharing, liking, commenting, all the fun stuff. Thank you. Okay, all right, are you guys ready to craft tonight with me? It's so good to see you. If you missed this week, I did our October virtual class, and so we made 5 cards. We did this card, this card. This card is a gift card holder. It opens and there's a pocket. We did a fall card. The other one I made was a blue version. And then we did this card and this card. So I have an ordering special going on right now. You'll get the make and takes you have through Sunday if you guys want to do that. So I just wanted to remind you of that. And thank you to all of you who have ordered already. So let's get started. I'm so glad that so many of you joined me this evening. Okay, so I actually created this card, the wedding card I'm about to make tonight. I made it last weekend. And let me tell you, it took me 2.5 hours to make this one card. Now, normally in 2 hours, I can design an entire card class that I'm going to offer. And so, with that being said, this is, again, a wedding card, and it's something very special. So every so often, like, there are special moments in life when you do want to make something unique and personalize it. And so I want to show you, here is the wedding invitation, and I did block it out for privacy reasons, but this color is like I don't know on the camera, it's a bluish color. It's not quite navy, but it's not quite gray. It definitely has a blue tone to it. And then when I saw these like different sprigs and leaves up here, it just reminded me of our Stampin' Up products, and I thought I can totally recreate this card. So the wedding is tomorrow, and a little side note, like, I don't even know these people, but my husband works with the bride-to-be, and so I had some time, and I thought, okay, I wanna make something special. So this is what we're starting with, okay? And now I did die cut a lot of things ahead of time to save time, because like I said, this took a long time. So what I picked for my color, this was my thought process, is I was like, okay, what color is kind of like the closest to this card? And I picked Misty Moonlight. So it's not exactly the same, but it is pretty darn close. And then let me show you, the other choice I had was a Night of Navy. And you can see that neither, it's kind of like a shade in between these. But I went with the lighter of the two. And I think it turned out really pretty. So this is going to be my card base. So this is just your regular 8.5 by 5.5. And I'm just folded it in half. Now I decided to do another layer, and I embossed that with the Time Worn Type 3D embossing folder. just to give it a little bit of, so it wasn't so flat. But then we did a lot of things to this. So that's where I'm at so far. Now, the dies I used a couple different sets. The main set are these paper florist dies. Okay, they look like this. They're in our annual catalog. They're standalone dies, and you can get all these little pieces in them. And they kind of look like this. So these leaves have like little stitching. You can build all kinds of flowers. So I went ahead and I cut out different pieces from here. I also use the bow punch for these little things. Because again, we're going to be recreating these like this type of thing. And then I also use another set of dies. I think they're from our online exclusive, and the name is escaping me, but I cut these out. Do you see this little piece here? Oh my gosh, it's at the tip of my tongue. So anyway, this is a separate set of dies. I think it's in our online exclusives, perhaps, where I got this little die from. So I cut those out. And I'll tell you all the colors as we go along. So anyway, I have all of these pieces. Okay, for the stamp set, I used the one I featured this week. So I used the Heartfelt Hexagon, this Mr. and Mrs. And what I did for this is I used Versamark and white embossing powder, and then I just cut it out with a circle. So again, I did that ahead of time to save some time, and it looks like this. Isn't that so pretty? And then I actually used the hexagon label and vellum to put this on. But for some reason, I did not punch that out ahead of time, and one of my helpers is borrowing this punch. So this is actually a great thing to show you, like if you don't have exactly, you can kind of substitute with what you do have. So I just went and I took this and I found another shape that I kind of liked what this looked like. And so I cut this out of the Christmas Classic dies. So the Christmas Classic has some labels in there, and I thought that looked really nice on it too. So you can use, you could use a different circle, but I did use this punch on my other one. Again, I think I left the actual card I made at home, which I could have sworn it was here. I do have a picture of it so I can refer to my phone to make sure I'm kind of recreating what I did last week. But anyway, so I have that. All right, so I showed you some of the products. I'm also going to use a little bit of linen thread. We're going to use some white craft ink. We're going to use Wink Stella. I need a little bit of water. I also need a painter brush. Like, we're getting fancy. We're going to do a lot of different techniques. So are you guys ready for this? Are you excited? And of course, we're going to need, what's a wedding without some pearls? So we're going to need some of these. Is anybody out there watching? Say hi. Thank you for sharing and joining. All right. So again, you guys that watch me know I just kind of whiz right through my cards, and so this one is quite different. All right. Okay, so I have my little silicone mat. I'm going to put this down. Again, this is already embossed with the embossing folder. So the next thing I did is I took, this is our craft white ink, and when I went to make the card on the weekend, I needed to re-ink this, and I didn't have the re-inker, and I still don't have it. It's this, for some reason, this one is at my house in my basement because I don't use this very often. I usually just use the white powder, like the Versamark. But so this is what I did. I figured out a way and I made it work. So I took some water and I spritzed it in the lid here. And I think I did the corner just a little bit on my pad here. So that's what I did. I'm just showing you what I did because I wanted to, if you look on here, there's like little specks in the background, like little speckles. So I wanted to recreate that. So again, re-inker would work great. I don't have mine. So I'm just using my aqua painter to pull some of this white into the water to dilute it a little bit, to get some of the white that I'm looking for. Okay. So maybe if you guys, I saw someone said their daughter is getting married soon. So maybe you can use my same kind of steps and recreate like some like wedding cards, or if you have a special one coming out. Okay, so now I kind of have like a little milky thing here. So I'm going to get it really juiced up on the tip, and I'm going to I have the cap in my hand, and I'm just going to try to get this to go and splatter some white on here. And I don't care if it goes all over because it's gonna look really pretty. So I'm just tapping this, some little white speckles, and my original card, some of the white was really, really white. So this one, it looks like it's gonna be more, it's drying more, a little bit lighter, but that's okay. It's still gonna work. Okay, so that's good. Now, the important thing you're gonna wanna do is clean out your brush really well. Clean this out because this is a craft ink. It's a pigment ink, and I don't wanna ruin my brush. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm going to take a baby wipe. And I'm going to squeeze out all this, and you can see the white coming out and cleaning it. And then when I'm done with this video, I'm gonna go down to the bathroom and rinse it under the faucet. But it's pretty much clean now. I can tell the bristles are pretty like how they were before I started. But just clean your brush if you do use that pigment ink. Okay, so there is that. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some Wink Stella, and I'm going to do the same thing. Now, this is like a newer Wink Stella, and so sometimes this is what I do. I just squeeze it until the glitter goes through the barrel, and I can kind of see when it hits this part, but I just want... Okay, see, it usually like drops, so I kind of just keep it on the back of my hand. You can do an acrylic block too. And then I do the same thing. I'm gonna splatter some glitter. And you want some more? I'm just gonna pick it off the back of my hand. Hi Sharon, I'm glad you joined me for this spontaneous video. And I know you can't probably see it, but there, I'll pick it up, so hopefully you can. There, this is like so pretty already. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna put the cap on. I'm gonna wipe off the glitter off of my hand, and I'm gonna show you this. Can you see? It's like, I don't know if it's picking up the like sparkles, but it's very sparkly, but not like overpowering. It's like very subtle. So that's like, it's really pretty. Okay, so now I have recreated the wedding invitation, like the little splatters there. I have that on this card. So I'm going to set that aside now, wipe this off. All right. Now we are going to grab some of our other pieces. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is, it's like really wet here. Gosh, I need like a fan or something, I guess. All right. Where did I put all my little pieces? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take let's do our label. So again, I just heat set this, Versamark white powder, punched it out with a circle from the Heartfelt Hexagon stamp set. And then I did, my original one layered it to a vellum hexagon. So what we're going to do now is pop this up with dimensionals. And I'm going to get this placed in the center of my card. And then we're going to add all the little florals and pieces to make it all come together. Okay, so this comes together like this. Hi, Carol. Hi, Marcia. I know, what a surprise. Okay, so then this I'm going to put here in the center. But before I put that on, I wanted to tie a little bit of, loop a little bit of this thread around. So I'm adding some glue to the back. And let me see what I did on my original one that I did. I have it pretty loopy, like going. So then I'm just going to do kind of like a figure 8, you could say, like back and forth. This glue is really sticky. Your stuff isn't going anywhere if you use this glue, I'll tell you that. Okay, I'll hold it up in a second. It's just going all over. All right, I'm going to cut this. And I have this now. So this, I'm going to glue on flat to my card. And I think because I don't want it to fall apart, I'm actually going to take some mini glue dots here. And I'm going to put these on. And I'm putting it on behind that circle. Okay, so I'm just going to add a few mini glue dots. Oh my goodness. Everything tonight wants to stick to everywhere but where I want it to go. Mini glue dot here. See what I'm saying? We'll do one more. I can only tolerate one more. Okay, one more over here. Okay, there we go. Now make sure this is going the right direction. I can't really tell. I think it is. So now this is going to go right here and towards the center. Okay, I'm going to stick that down, and then I'm going to use this to position. Okay. So there we have this. Hello, hello. All right. Here's what we have so far. Okay, now we're going to create sort of like this type of image, these types of things on here to make it coordinate. So some of the first things I already did with that paper florist dies is I have, hopefully I have them, yep. So I die cut this in crumb cake. Did you see that cute little stitching there? So I need 2 of those. I have 2 of those, okay? So I have 2 of those. And then I die cut 2 of these pieces in pecan pie. And these hold little flowers on the ends. So I got 2 of those. Then I took, what else did I take? That punch, and I have 1 of those in pecan pie, and I need 2 of those. Do I have another one? If not, I got the punch right here. I'll punch it out. Look at all these pieces I have. It looks like I need another one. So I have a piece right here, and we're going to punch this out. Okay, so I need 2 of those. Then I need the little red piece here, which I think I used all of those too. So on this punch, this little, this one I did in real red. And so I think I need some of those. Let me grab a scrap piece. I need 4 of those. I have the bigger pieces, but not the smaller. So let's punch out 4 of those right here. So I guess I do still have to do some. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I got 4 of those now. All right, I just want to get all my pieces together. Then the quick part is putting it all together. Okay, and then I had a few of these in vellum, which I'm finding the larger one in vellum, but not the little one. I just die cut a whole bunch of pieces because I wanted to make sure I had a lot of stuff. But I did use 2 of these And I'm not sure what this is from, what dye these are from, but these are in Pecan Pie. They're very delicate little pieces. Okay, so I got those, and I think I just need one of these in the vellum. So I'm just gonna punch it instead of look for it any longer. So I got one of those, and what else? I'm looking at my sample. I think I need, so now I need the little flowers that go on, that attach to here. And so I have a lot of them. And let me show you. In the dies, I can show you what it looks like. So here is this piece here. And then see these little 3 things? Those are the little buds of flowers that go on here. So I already did those in Petal Pink. And I just have to get them out of here because they're all in here. Oh, there's my little vellum thing there. I did have it. Let me get these pieces out, and then we're going to glue this all together. And I'm also going to be doing a few other things. How are you guys doing tonight? You guys doing anything exciting? So there's 1, 2, and they're a little bit, some of them are different sizes. 3, and then I have 1, 2, and 3. And apparently I have a lot more of these. I cut out more than I needed, so I'm just gonna set those there. All right, I think those are all the pieces we need. So I'm just gonna pick up all these extra things and put them back in here, and we're gonna go to work now. So how I picked the browns is, again, from this invitation. There's a variety of like variegated browns, and then this is like a soft red, and there is like a hint of pink in here. So I went with like this and then the red. Now the red is a little bit too bright. So what I did, guess what I did? I'll show you. So what I did to mute the red down is I took a sponge dauber. Okay, actually I didn't. I didn't have a sponge dauber there, so I used my finger. But here I should have a sponge dauber. Yep, I do. And I have them all labeled. I thought I had a white one. Don't I have white? Yep, white right there. So what we're going to do is take that craft white pigment ink. So if you buy the craft white, it will come uninked and you have to ink it up. So I took the white, and again, I didn't have this, so I literally used my finger as a little sponge thing, but I just went over it, and this made it a little bit lighter. And maybe your finger works better because the sponge dauber makes it a lot darker. So that kind of muted the red down a little bit. Again, I was trying to replicate that. Okay, and I got 2 more. Hello, everyone. Okay. Okay, and 1 more. Do you see how that just took that, like, and made it a little bit, like, can you see how it's not so bright now with that ink? So again, because this is like, it's red, but it's like not bright red. All right, so there we go. We're done with that. Now we're gonna start gluing the little flower buds, I guess, on the back of here. So I did have to use this liquid glue. I thought this would be the easiest. So I'm gonna put a little tiny bit here, and we're going to attach these. 1, okay, 2, And I need a third one. Thank you for joining me, everyone, tonight. Okay, isn't that so pretty, those little flowers? Okay, there's one. I need to do one more. And just adding a little bit of the liquid glue on the back, and then picking up the little thing here. You guys, I have not been to a wedding in like so long. It's been literally 10 years. The last wedding I attended was my brother's wedding, and they just celebrated last weekend their 10-year anniversary. So it's been a minute since I've gone to a wedding. All right, now we're gonna put the last one on here. There was a point in our life when we were going to weddings like every weekend, and we were in like, between me and my husband, like a ton of weddings for all of our friends. We're past that stage now in life. So it's been a while now. Okay, so here is this. We got 2 of these. Now let's put our first thing down. So I have my little foam mat here, and we do sell this still. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to take my bone folder, and I'm going to kind of curl. Do you see how I did that? If you put the round end here and you just press down and it curls, see how it curls that? It just like kind of curls it a little bit. So I just don't want it to be flat. I am going to flatten it down a little bit, but that's going to give it a little like that. So now I'm going to do the same to this. I'm just pulling these leaves so they're just, I just don't want them flat, completely flat. This will be in an envelope, and I'm going to do the same to this one and the same here. All right. The other thing I'm going to do real quick, which I did not do, but now that I'm looking at the card, is I'm going to add a little bit the crumb cake. I'm going to take and just add a little bit on these edges. Do you see the difference a little bit? Just gives it a little something. I mean, we are going all out for this card, right? We're totally invested in this card. Why not add a little bit to these too? Because those leaves are kind of like that on the invitation. Okay. And have you guys been to this? Have you purchased a card at the store? It was recently my husband's birthday, and we were buying him some, stuff at the store, and I just told the kids real quickly, if you, like, I have tons of cards here, but they saw one with this cute dog, and I won't get into it, but they liked this one with this dog that they saw at the store. Cards are so expensive at the store, like, so expensive. Like, wow. Anyway, if you can make a homemade card, number one, for a special occasion, it has so much thought behind it, but also you could be saving a ton of money also. So, all right, now that we have, these are all like a little bit inked up, we're going to start putting them down on our one layer. Okay, so the first one I did is I put this one down, and I have it going kind of like this. So I'm going to use some liquid glue for this one and kind of attach this. Like, all the cards were super expensive. Like, and they weren't, there's some that I thought this should be like, $1, and it was like $5. I could not believe it. Because I don't buy cards because they make them. So it was the first time in a long time that I actually paid attention to the cost of cards. Okay, and now I'm going to take this one, and this one is going to go going this way up on the card. And yes, some of these pieces are going to go off here, and I'm going to trim it down at the end. So this is just how I started assembling. Kind of like, I kind of was looking at the invitation here and kind of seeing like the patterns and then kind of just replicating it. So here we have this. I know, no kidding, Tara. When you spend so much on supplies, we better be making our own. That's what I think anyway. Okay, so here is this. I was just shocked because, again, I don't pay attention to that. And I was like, wow. All right, so here's what we have so far. Now we're going to go to our next little thing. And so on here, they have a little bit of red and red and red and red. So see the little pops of red there? So again, I'm going to take the ones, and I went over with that white ink to like tone it down a little bit. And so I'm going to add this in here next. And so this one I kind of popped over here like that. And then this one, I'm just adding my liquid glue. Now some of these we're going to pop up in just a minute. These are the last ones that I have going kind of flat here. Just going to hold this for a second. Deb said she had 3 weddings in 1 month. I know one was your daughter, right? That was a very, very special one. That's a lot of weddings, yes. Okay, and now I'm flipping this one over and putting some glue here. And this is going to go kind of this way. And then one more of these. We have this one. Got to make sure I have a little muted side going up. And put this on here. Okay. And then this one I had coming, kind of just coming down this way. Kind of like that. I don't know. We're gonna, maybe it wasn't, but that's how this one's gonna be. Okay, so next up I took these, which again, these little pieces, and I have one coming out from here. So I just am gonna add a little bit of glue. This is like really fine, like super, super tiny, super thin. Okay, so I'm going to put this. Again, this is a little bit different from my other because of the label, but that's okay. Still going to look really pretty. I'm just going to lightly press down. And then this one I have coming up this way as well down here. Okay. All right, so just a little bit of glue down the center of that. And I'm going to put this one kind of I'm just layering all these pieces, kind of going up this way. All right. The next up is we're going to put this flower on. And this one I have coming this way, kind of like this. And this one I am going to put some little dimensionals. So if you have the minis or the full ones that you trim down, of course I have both, but will I be able to find the other ones? That is the question, and probably not, and I'm not going to search. So this is what I do when I get impatient. I just trim, cut the little edges, and make it work. Alright, so I'm behind this little flower. Okay, I'm going to put these little dimensional and one of these right here. Okay, so there's that. And now, okay, it's peeling the whole thing off, so let me press it down really good, and then peel the backs off. Now we're going to add some more dimension to this wedding card. And now this one, again, it has like these little florals and leaves. So I am going to just pop this up kind of somewhere in here like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. But this time, this one is going to be coming, I think I did it like down this way, but I think I have this piece on there first, so let's put that on. So all right, I'm just gonna add some more little dimensionals on the back of here. And again, I'm not worrying about every single piece, but just a few. Whoa. All right, maybe one more here. And we'll be done with this piece. Okay. Press those down good. Take off the backs. Okay. Now this one, again, I had coming maybe like sort of like this way. And then we're going to add those right there on the back here. So I am here working late. My kids went to their grandma and grandpa's house. And so they, I'm sure, are having tons of fun. And I have some retreat stuff I'm working on tonight. So, never a dull moment. And I have my card club that meets in person on Monday and Tuesday. And so we got those all packaged up today, or yesterday. So, okay. I got the little dimensionals here. Now, I do want a little dimensional there. So again, I just cut the edge to get a little sliver, what I wanted. And I'm going to put that on here. And then take this off, and this one's going towards the top. All right. And kind of something like this, maybe. All right, what else do I need? Okay, I need a vellum, a little vellum piece. I think I just did that to kind of fill it in. And for this, I used a glue dot. So I have a little glue dot. And the glue dot is bigger than the stem, so I just kind of curl it over on the edge behind here, and then I'm putting it on. Yes, Tara, I know, I meant to do this video. I thought, oh my, I have to give the wedding card away, and I plan to show you guys how I, kind of put this wedding card together, and the wedding's tomorrow, so I just wanted to do that. So, okay, so we have that up there. And then, is there anything else that oh, yep, I need to add this down here. So, I'm going to add a few more dimensionals to the back here. I can't wait for you to see it when it's all done. This card just made me smile. And I'm hoping, like, it's not exactly like the wedding card, but the wedding invitation. But I'm hoping that they will be able to tell that it was their invitation definitely inspired this card for them. Okay, so here's this. Now this one, I'm just kind of going, again, along the bottom and tucking in. And I feel like maybe I'll just tuck that in there too. because I have the little piece here, so I'm just going to put a little glue dot behind here, except for it didn't stick. Laura got her Halloween kit today. Awesome. I hope you have so much fun putting that together. Okay, so this one, I didn't have this on the other one, but I'm just going to tuck that in there to kind of fill that in. So here's kind of what it looks like now. It kind of looks like a little bit of a mess. I'm not going to lie. Do you see that? But now we're going to turn it over, and any piece that hangs over the edges, we're going to trim them off. So just take your scissors and cut away. Cut, cut, cut. And then now on this side. Okay, make it a little. Okay, and then this little twine is a little bit too long. So I just did that, and then I am unraveling the ends now. The twine I just added because their card looked a little, invitation was a little rustic looking, so I just added that. That's what we have so far. Now, this is going to go on here, and I'm popping it all up. So here we go. We're gonna add a whole bunch of dimensionals to this one. I normally do not add this much. Again, this is a special card. And we'll put, could use a whole sheet of dimensionals on here, right? All right, so peel the backs off. And I need a piece of white for the inside. Okay, this goes on here. Like that. Okay, I do need to cut a piece of white for the inside really quick. So I think I have a piece of white right here. So we need 5 1/4 by 4. We are going to stamp something on the inside. Okay, so there's going to be our inside piece to our card. I'm going to grab that same, this heartfelt hexagon, and we're going to stamp, I hope your day is filled with joy. And I need a block. And I'm going to use this blue, so Misty Moonlight. I don't think they watch my videos, and if they do, they're probably doing like, what do you do the day before? A writing rehearsal or something, hopefully, so, hopefully. All right, so there's this, and now we're going to, we still got to add a few little pearls, right? Again, that's like my little touch that I wanted to do, the pearls and the twine. Okay, we're going to open this up. Okay. I'm going to put this right here. It looks like I got a little smudge there. I don't know what it, maybe it's just my eyes. Okay, you know what you could do too? You could come in here with like some more of these little pieces, and we could add these in, right? I'm not gonna do that, but you could. You could add more flowers in there if you want to just, I would just do them flat. But now to finish it off, we're going to, since the colors are kind of like the brown tones, I'm going to use these festive pearls in the gold here. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay. And I think I added the pearls after I took my picture, but I'm gonna just add like a few of them. One, two, there. And then we'll put one up here and one up there. Okay, let me show you the finished card. We got it done. So here is the card. Let me see if you can see all of, I'll post a picture too, because we started off with splattering some white craft ink and some Wink of Stella in the background, and there is really a shimmer to this. And then we, so there's dry embossing, heat embossing, there's sponging, there's tons of die cutting, there's so many things. And see how we lightened the red. So here's our wedding invitation here, and here is our card. So can you tell that the wedding invitation was my inspiration for the wedding card? Let's see what you guys think. Again, and then we have the inside there. Okay. All right. I didn't get ink on it. I thought there was a spot here, but there's not. So I just took, it's, what did I do with it? It's a sand eraser. I just got it on Amazon. And if you do have like a little bit of a smudge, this will just lightly erase it. Now, if you had a giant spot of red ink or black, nothing is going to erase that. But if you have something light, this will lightly erase it. I thought I had a mark right here where my finger is pointing, but it's not. It was just like a reflection or glare or something. But that is my inspiration. So again, you can take our punches and dies and kind of mimic anything and to create something special for people. So I was really happy with how it turned out. I hope they like it too. So yeah, the stamps that I use is the Heartfelt Hexagon. And I think people are pointing out the fonts are different. I think it's because the cursive is more feminine and that is not. So I didn't even realize that until I just saw the comment. But yep. Yeah, this also will get rid of little smidges of glue too. There is a glue one that I do use, like the rubber one, but this would do that too. Okay, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. Again, I normally would have made, like 6 wedding cards in this amount of time, but wanted to do and show something different and how you can too recreate something beautiful for somebody in your life. So thanks for joining me tonight. Have a great night, and I will see you soon. Also, make sure you're on my email list because I have a fun online class that will be going out in the next few days. You might not want to miss that one. I haven't even talked about it because it's been crazy. So just check your email. And then also, if you want that virtual class, that tutorial will be going out with my last call. All right, bye guys. Have a great night. I'll see you guys soon. Have a wonderful weekend.